Maureen Reillette Rebbie Jackson Brown, born May 29, 1950, is an American singer and the eldest child of the Jackson family of musicians. She first performed on stage with her siblings during shows in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino in 1974, before subsequently appearing in the television series The Jacksons. At age 34, Jackson released her debut album Centipede, 1984. The album's title track was written by her younger brother Michael, and it has been her most successful single release to date. Jackson released two more albums, Reaction, 1986, and R U Tuff Enuff, 1988. Rebbie Jackson is an American singer who has a net worth of $2.5 million. Life and career. Childhood and youth. Maureen Reillette Jackson was born at 2300 Jackson Street in Gary, Indiana, to a working-class family on May 29, 1950. She is first daughter of Joseph Walter. Joe was born on July 26, 1928 and died on June 27, 2018, and Catherine Esther, née Screws, May 4, 1930. She is the eldest of their 10 children. Her siblings are Jackie, Tito, died on September 15, 2024, Jermaine, LaToya, born on Rebbie's 6th birthday, Marlon, Brandon, died on March 12, 1957, Michael, died on June 25, 2009, Randy, and Janet. Joseph was a steel mill employee who often performed in a rhythm and blues, R&B, band called the Falcons with his brother, Luther. Catherine is a Jehovah's Witness and raised her children to follow the religion. Rebbie, LaToya, and Michael became the most devout of the children as time progressed. Reflecting on her early life, Rebbie acknowledged in a 1980s magazine interview that her role within the family had been that of a second mother to her younger siblings, whom she would often babysit, along with her eldest brother Jackie. She graduated from Theodore Roosevelt High School in Gary in 1968. Career beginnings. Jackson started her professional career in 1974 performing with her siblings at shows in Las Vegas. She mostly served as a filler for her brothers Jackie, Michael, Tito, Marlon, and Jermaine, who formed the band The Jackson 5. In 1976, when the Jackson 5 left the Motown record label, the band signed to CBS Records and rebranded itself as The Jacksons. The Jackson siblings, with the exception of Jermaine, subsequently starred on the CBS variety show The Jacksons, which ran from 1976 to 1977. Notably, the series was the first ever on television to star an African-American family. Solo career. Jackson decided to become a solo artist in the late 1970s. During that time, she served as a backing vocalist for various musicians and performed in cabarets. After years of preparation and eventually securing a recording contract with Columbia Records, Jackson released her debut studio album, Centipede, in 1984. A moderate commercial success, the album reached number 13 on the top R&B/hip-hop albums chart. Moreover, it spawned the hit title song, which was written, arranged, and produced by Michael. Other tracks on the album included cover versions of songs by Prince and Smokey Robinson and The Miracles. Jackson released her second album, Reaction, in 1986. It featured duets with Robin Zander and Isaac Hayes. Jackson's third album, R U Tuff Enuff, came out in the summer of 1988. She was more involved in the production of that album than she had been on previous releases. R U Tuff Enuff spawned two singles, Plaything and the title track. Jackson went on to contribute vocals to her brother's final studio album, 2300 Jackson Street, before going on a hiatus from recording. Returning from her recording hiatus, Jackson covered Bob Dylan's song Forever Young for the 1995 family sequel film Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home. She later signed with her brother Michael's record label MJJ Music. In 1998, Jackson released her fourth album and her first in a decade, Yours Faithfully. The album was co-produced by Michael, who also contributed backing vocals to the song Fly Away, which he had previously recorded but did not use for his 1987 album Bad. Additionally, the album featured a duet with Spanky Williams of the R&B quintet Men of Vision. The most commercially successful song from Yours Faithfully was the title track, which made it to number 40 on the Hot R&B/Hip Hop Songs chart. After the release of the album, Jackson went on an indefinite hiatus from recording. In early 2011, she announced that she was starting to record tracks for a new album. Jackson continued to perform after that. Return to music and Yours Faithfully. Following a 7-year break, Jackson returned with a cover of Bob Dylan's Forever Young for the 1995 film Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home. She was later signed to her brother Michael's record label MJJ Music, and the first album in 10 years, Yours Faithfully, was released on March 31, 1998. It featured a remixed version of Jackson's successful Centipede. Initially, the singer had not wanted to feature the track, believing that it was part of the past. After thinking about it for a while, Jackson felt that the inclusion of the remix, which features a rap by Son Austin, would be a good way to return to the music scene. In addition, her two other children, Stacy and Yasi, contributed backing vocals for the album. Other tracks from the album included Fly Away, which was written and produced by brother Michael, who also served as co-executive producer for Yours Faithfully. Fellow producers included Keith Thomas and Elliot Kennedy. The album also featured a duet with Men of Vision Spanky Williams on the Spinners' I Don't Want to Lose You, which Jet described as being a sizzling rendition. Yours Faithfully's title track was released as a single and peaked at number 78 on the R&B chart. Vibe magazine's Quonos Mitchell expressed disappointment in the album, calling its content a mix of dated R&B grooves dressed up with a few cleverly placed samples. Personal life. The 18-year-old Rebbie's announcement that she wanted to marry her childhood love Nathaniel Brown in November 1968 created division in the Jackson family. Jackson expressed her feelings for the man and proclaimed that she wanted to move with him to Kentucky. Catherine encouraged her daughter to proceed, feeling that being a wife and mother were important roles for all of her daughters. However, Joseph opposed the marriage. He wanted Rebbie to follow in her brother's footsteps and become a singer, and felt that married life would stop her from becoming a success in the entertainment business. Rebbie had taken clarinet, piano, and dance lessons in her childhood, but had no interest in a music career, even though, according to Jermaine, she had won several singing contests duetting with Jackie. Rebbie had expressed that a happy home was more comforting and secure than the instability of show business. She also wanted to leave her family's drama-filled home on Jackson Street and escape her abusive father. Arguments ensued for several weeks before her father relented and allowed Rebbie to marry Brown, but he refused to walk her down the aisle. Nathaniel Brown died of cancer on January 6, 2013. Jackson and Brown had 3 children: Stacy Brown, born May 5, 1971. Yasi Brown, born October 5, 1977. Austin Brown, born November 22, 1985. Death of Michael Jackson. After the death of Michael Jackson in June of 2009, the late singer's siblings performed at his memorial service doing group renditions of the Jackson anthems We Are the World and Heal the World. Following the service, Rebbie and her sisters addressed fans at the nearby LA Live Entertainment Complex.